My name is Drew Puterbaugh. I'm a fourth generation family farm here in Mabton, Washington, which is in the lower Yakima Valley. Very good hop growing region. Yeah, farm with my dad and my brother, and raising three boys on the farm. So the fifth generation's coming up behind us. 2022 has had its challenges, both with the growing season and with changes in the weather. It has been difficult with the cold spring, which typically we have a warm spring and a very hot summer. We had a cold start in the spring, average to below average temperatures in July, and then it really came on in August, and it was very warm the late summer.
So did that mean everything was just late coming through, but caught up towards the end?
Yes, so it was late coming out of the ground this spring. We put it on the vine. We trained, and it kind of stayed there for a little bit. Then when the heat came, it looked like it filled out a full vine with a nice crop. We've started harvest about 4 or 5 days ago now, and it seems to be a little below average crop.
So with it being late in the spring, did that mean you had to train the hops late?
We were about 2 days later than our historical training dates. So we were a little later. We timed it when we were looking at the weather about 3 weeks in advance with chemical burn back, which kind of sets the timing for training. As you burn back 3 weeks later, then you start to train. And then that's when you hope the hops hit the vine and really grow. But we kind of stayed stagnant for a while. We are about 3 days behind our typical harvest window. So we have shifted a little bit back. Well, the one benefit with the cool spring is we didn't see the rapid expansion of the pressure from spider mite. So we see some here in August with the late heat that helped build the population. But at this point, we're not too concerned about any extensive damage from spider mite, as they're developing so late in the season that we'll be able to get them picked before damage is done. Throughout the Yakima Valley, we struggled with controlling downy mildew. We had more downy infections than I can remember in the last couple of years. Powdery was significant, but I would say that downy was the worst pest that we had to face this spring.
And then when the heat came, were you still secure from powdery mildew, or has that reared its head again?
So that has helped us just environmentally. The change from the cool weather to the warm, hot summer has helped us. We were able to somewhat control it with the chemical applications, but it was environmental change that really helped us get rid of powdery this year.
Now you see what we have to put up with every year.
Yeah, that is true. As we sit today, a good estimate, probably 5% down. The earlier stuff is the most affected by the summertime weather. The later stuff tends to have a little more growing season when it's warmer. So the jury's still out on that, but it kind of is trending towards a little 5% below average. Centennial was impacted. That was below average for us, but Willamette we've picked, and that was right at average. So variety dependent. Quality has been very good. So that was one thing with the infections of downy and powdery. We had been concerned about impact on crop quality, but after the warm weather and the chemical control, we were able to bring in a very nice crop of the Centennials and some Tettnang and Willamette that are beautiful, nice and green cones, good alpha, very nice aroma. We're very happy with the crop so far.
Sometimes with a cold spring, it affects the baby hops more. Have you got any babies that have struggled?
Most definitely. So I would say on a typical baby year, you could expect 60 to 80% here in the Yakima Valley, where this year we're going to be lucky to get 30, 40%. They were heavily impacted with that cold spring.
Okay. And some may not even be harvested if you're looking to.
That is correct. I know of 2 fields that won't be harvested as of right now, and I'm sure others will make that decision here as as the picking day comes closer. There'll be more that opt that way.
Yeah, you don't want to risk the crop next year by battering the plants around too much, do you?
Yeah, correct. Correct. Yeah, leaving that extra growth gives the carbohydrates for the next push next year. So that's most growers lean that way.
And what about our exciting new varieties that we've got together, number 25 and number 26? I know they're really early, so you've already picked those, haven't you, Drew?
Yes, we have. So our mature plantings of 25 and 26 have been picked. We have our expansion project of 25 and 26, we're going to pick tomorrow. So those being babies develop a little later, but they're looking very good. And the alpha and aroma look nice this year as well. So looking forward to those
Great,
getting into the hands of brewers.
absolutely. But we're looking forward to trying those.